Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelina. In today's episode, I wanted to do a sit down where I just was doing my makeup and chatting with you guys, but so many circumstances did not allow me to do that. So I did a voiceover of what I would like to say, and if this resonates with you, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this particular topic. Just shame in general as regards our age bracket, what we want to achieve, the kind of life we want to live, and what we think we should be doing at this point. And if at all it's a sin for you to think this way at this point. And then I got into this beautiful look, of course. If you want to see how I achieved this look, and just listen to my 2 cents on some topics, okay, some things that I struggle with or deal with or have dealt with. Just keep watching this video and you'll know what I'm talking about. On to my next one, guys. Bye.
Hello. So as you can tell by the title of this video, dealing with shame when you're not living your dream life in your 30s. So because of the whole, oh, I'm getting to 30, I don't know whether it's stigma or fear or just something about 30s that just scare people, right? So because of all that, I think when you get to the penultimate age, which is like 29 to 30, you start to reflect. Like, it's a very reflective age, and I think I'm in that space right now. I'm just reflecting on who I want to be in my 30s, and yeah, it brings me to share this video and my thoughts on this video. So recently I was talking to an older friend and we're just unpacking, and I told her some things that I wish I did, some things I wish I had done, or some regrets in maybe like some choices I have made. And she just held my hands and then she said, release the burden. I can never forget this. She said, release the burden. It is not in your power to be who you want to be, but by the grace of God, it is the grace of God that makes us who we are. Ooh, just sit down in that for like a few seconds and think about that. You know that feeling when you see your mates buying houses, driving their dream cars, starting big businesses, or just living soft life, whatever definition of soft life you have, while you're still trying to figure out things, that sinking feeling, the sense of failure. It can feel overwhelming. If this sounds familiar, this video is for you because it's definitely for me. Like I said, I'm just sharing tips on my mindset in life and things that I'm figuring out as I'm going, and I wish to share with you guys. So I'll be breaking this video into 3 parts. One will be understanding where this shame comes from, and two will be the impact it has on you, and then the third one will be how to overcome it so you can keep pushing forward. Mind you, I'm not 100% there. No one is 100% healed or saved or 100% knowing everything that they're doing. It's discipline, consistency that makes them look like that. And yeah, we'll just be talking about shame in general. So let me not go into another topic because I can't talk. So where does shame come from? Let's start by unpacking why so many of us feel this way. In Nigeria, I'm going to be using Nigeria as context because this is where I live and this is where I understand. There are a lot of pressure to make it. Like, there's a lot of pressure to make it, and to make it especially by the time you're 30 or not too well into your 30s. So it sounds so great to be a millionaire at 25, at 28, at 30, latest 32. But once you start shifting from that and you say, oh, I became a millionaire at 38, it's only people in their 40s that would be like, oh, that's still quite young. But believe me, people that are below that will be like, that was quite little. And yes, this might be unsaid things or said things. I don't even know. I think people are saying it. I really don't know if anyone has said it or we're the ones just putting pressure on ourselves, but it's definitely there in the atmosphere in Nigeria, okay? The society just expects you to have achieved certain milestones, a good job, a nice car, you own your house, maybe even a family if that's what you want. And if you haven't ticked off all these boxes, people start asking questions like, what have you been doing with your life? Some people be like, oh, are you not old? I have like an example. So I think when I was 15, because I write a lot about my plans. I just write. Okay, it's now that I'm understanding that you have to do. Okay, that's a different thing entirely. But I had this cousin there that was in his 30s, and he normally comes to our house, and my dad used to give him money, and I was wondering, I was like, "Shey, this one will not go and face his life. We just do one of this thing." Now that I'm here, I understand what he has been going through. And you can imagine at my small age then, I was thinking that he was too old to become successful. He's doing quite well right now for himself. Like he has a family, he's doing quite well. But before, when I knew him then, the age was so big for me that I was part of the society putting pressure. Not like I said it to his face, but I did think of him as a failure because he wasn't achieving things. Now, that can be like what we feel. Maybe society is not literally saying it to us, but because we feel the pangs of people just staring or like asking, or because our mates are achieving that, we begin to question ourselves. That's our decisions. Just begin to see life as failure. Mm. And we know that social media makes it worse. You're scrolling through Instagram and it feels like everyone is succeeding. Oh my god. Buying houses, having destination weddings, starting businesses that seem to blow overnight. It's easy to feel like you're the only one that hasn't figured things out. Oh my god, it's so easy. Family expectations can also add to the pressure. Maybe your parents sacrifice so much to give you what you have, and now you feel obligated to give back to them, even though you have not yet settled. So there's something called the sunset age and then the golden age. The golden age is when you start getting it in life, while the sunset age is your retirement. Now, for most of us living in Nigeria, our parents will, or most likely we get to their golden age before their sunset age, rather, before we get our golden age. And what that looks like is that we've not started achieving to the point where we can start giving back. Let's just say we're doing okay for ourselves, but once it's just outside of ourselves, we don't have enough to give out to people, right? But your parents are now in their sunset age where they are retired, they are relaxing, they need your help. In Africa, right, a lot of us have our parents' investment. So when we're not able to keep up to that, it brings shame. It's not because you're achieving badly or you're doing badly in your life. It's just because there is this gap of expectation, like, okay, this is what you should have been doing for your parents, especially when they sent you to school, they were nice parents. You just feel obligated to take care of them, even if they were not nice parents. Like, it's just the African way, right? Nigerian way. Again, I said I was talking in context of being in Nigeria. It's just we feel responsible for our siblings, our parents, and when you've not gotten to the age where you're getting enough to give out to people, oof, it's so tough because you feel shame, especially if you're like the first child, if you're like you have younger ones and you feel like you can't give to your younger ones, you just there's just this shame. So these are the places where shame can come from, right? Again, just bringing a relatable story. When I was younger, that we had a family friend that wanted to study fashion or just do fashion, and she liked it. But because she knew she was the first child, she was responsible for her siblings, and then she would need to give back to her family. She went and got a regular job. I don't know if she's satisfied. Honestly, I'm not in contact with her, but that this is just what society makes you, and parents and expectations of other people makes you do, right? Because she could have pursued a passion and maybe eventually make it or not, because this thing again is very complicated, right? There is no guarantee to any path that she take. But then again, she had to choose something conventional because she knew her responsibilities. I'm bringing up all these points and all these parts because it's important to recognize that this feeling of shame does not come from nowhere. Okay, they are tied to societal and personal expectations, and that's okay, but we do not have to let them control us. We're moving to the next point, which is how shame affects you. Now let's talk about how these feelings of shame can impact your life. Shame can be paralyzing. Oh my god. It makes you feel like you're not good enough, which can lead to procrastination and fear. So procrastination in itself is not um it's a symptom of something deeper. It's not, oh, I just procrastinate a lot. Something deeper is going on there, and it can be shame. It can be as a result of shame, because it's like, okay, why should I put in my effort now? I'm just going to fail. Why should I do this? Why should I? Oh my god, I know this too well. Just fear of trying new things, something that you're scared of failing again, especially if you failed before. Oh, so let me just give an example. I had this interview, was a great opportunity because I'm also like transitioning into tech, and it was such a great opportunity, and I failed it. Oh, I beat myself. I was holding the longest cane. I flogged myself, beat myself to stupor, because I felt like, my god, I'm not dumb. Why did I fail this? And just trying out for other interviews, like trying to prepare myself for, the fear grips my heart. Like, oh my god, you're going to fail again. You're just going to, it's crippling. I know it's crippling, you know. And it can also isolate you. You start avoiding friends and family because you don't want to answer questions like, so what next? Okay, now that you are finishing data analysis, what next? What are you doing next? Are you searching for jobs? You just want to stay away from people because you're like, if this person just asks me one more time, I might just faint. It might not be job, it might just be as regards to life. Let's say all your friends are married and you're not married, and you're just like, please, I don't want to go to anybody's gathering. Or you just start staying away from your friends that are married. It might not come so easy for you, but you just keep doing it, and before you know, you are no longer their friend, because you're like, let me not go there now. They'll start saying my husband, or when are you going to? They might not even say that. And again, another thing that fear can make you do is that you start thinking that just because they're not asking you where's your husband, you feel like they're saying it internally, and it's so shameful for you. What still is that shame can make you settle for a partner you have nothing in common with, or somebody that you might see as a boyfriend, but he's not good as a husband, neither is he good as a father. You know that you're picking your partner based on who is going to be to your children, right? Not just for you. So if shame makes you settle for unhappiness, is that not something that we should deal with? Like, I've heard people say, oh, why should I apply for that job? They'll never hire me. I think when I started applying for jobs for my tech career, I used to just apply for jobs that I knew I wasn't qualified for. And it's because I wanted to get used to rejection. It hurts, even though I knew I was not qualified for it. It's funny, but it hurts. Like, I did so many jobs. I'll see, 2 years, 3 years experience. You must be skilled in not just SQL. You must be skilled in Python. You must know how to use so many other tools and programming languages that I know I did not have the knowledge of. But I'll still apply anyway. And when it came, funny enough, that started building me. When I just see, oh, sorry, we're not proceeding with you, I'm like, okay, fine. The first 5 times I was like, oh my god, I'm not ever going to find a job, because everybody's just looking for 2 years experience and this and this and that. And with more rejection, I'm just like, you know what, I'll be good. When I eventually build my portfolio and I get ready for this thing, I will be good. Truth is that shame is just a feeling. It is powerful, yes, but it is not the truth of who you are. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking free. You know how they say love is a decision, right? You wake up every day and you choose to love your partner, and that's because even your friends, right? Let's not get into partner. Let's say friendship. Love is a decision. In as much as you have things in common with this person, you're choosing every day to like that person, because all of us, including me that I'm speaking to you, okay, we all have our bad sides, and sometimes we don't recognize it. We don't recognize it, and we feel like the other person has so much that we cannot put up with. You are just this, you are this, yeah, you're so terrible. You're also terrible in another person's story, and that's something you should realize. You're also terrible in another person's story. So if you decide that in spite of me being terrible, despite my friend being terrible, I'm going to still choose to be their friend. I'm going to choose to love them. However it is in the capacity that I can at that point love them, I'm still going to show love to them. It's a decision. Your feelings might be hurt. They might do so many things to you. I'm just trying to prove to you that our decisions ultimately counters our feelings. So if you decide that this is what I want to do, right, no matter how shameful it is, like me coming back to YouTube now, ooh, I felt shame. And that's because I heard one time I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and he just said that, do you know this other girl, like she has gone back to content creation, so with all her degree and all her masters and stuff, she's now doing welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, it affected me so much that I didn't even know it affected me. I just didn't want to do welcome back to my channel again after that discussion. Sad as it seems, but people are making money on this platform, right? People are making money on this platform. You have to get rid of shame. It's a feeling. Stop that feeling. There's this lady I follow here on YouTube. She says, fuck your feelings, do what you have to do. I don't know if that's exactly how she says it, but like that's what it means, like fuck your feelings, because you might feel that way, but that's not the truth. Okay, it's just again, another thing she says is that our body is always trying to make us survive, but we need to succeed. So when you're trying to do something hard, your body starts to say, oh, you can't do it, just because it's not because it's bad, it's because it is in its survival instinct. So you have to hug that feeling and go to your succeeding instinct. Okay, now I've said where shame comes from and how shame affects you. Now let's get into the part that we've all been waiting for: how to overcome the feeling and take back control of your life. Because baby girl, that's what you need to do. Baby boy, in case you're a boy watching this, okay, that's what you need to do. You need to take control of your life, and the first one will be to shift your perspective. Ooh. Again, remember that life is not a competition. Oh, there's an excerpt of something I posted on my WhatsApp story. I think I'll just post it on the screen, so in case you want to read that. I hope you pause the video to read that. Life is not a competition. Everyone's journey is different. Some people will succeed early, and while others will succeed later, and that's perfectly fine, because again, we're running our race. It's your life, not another person's life. Okay, everyone experiences ups and downs. That's just facts. Now I don't want you to start thinking about it like everyone is going through. If you know what they are going through, you will not be able to stand it. That's why God did not give you that life. That's the wrong place to be. Okay, how about you think about it? Instead of you to think about how life is so down for other people that might seem like they have money, and it's because you don't have money, but your life is not as bad as yours. Just think about it that there are ups for me too. There are ups for me too in my journey, and I'm going to enjoy my life because there are ups for me too. Okay, I think that's a more healthy approach to it. And my second point will be practice gratitude. Sometimes we are so focused on what we don't have. We say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that we forget to take a moment to write down the things that we actually do have. If you list it, it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. Just even you being alive, that I can even speak to you, sir. It's a lot, and you can hear me from your TV or your phone, whatever you're using to listen to me. It's a lot. Oh, just even the fact that you woke up today and you decided that, I'm just going to go on YouTube and browse, and hey, who is this fine girl? Let me see. That you can see that I'm a fine girl. It's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. It's because you have never really sat down to think about it. That's why you don't think that you have a lot of things. They might not be material, and even material. So if you list the material things that you have, it's a lot. Even the kind of friends you have. Wow, that's God. Just everything. Oh, there's God in it. Let me just go to the third point because we're running out of time. Set realistic goals. That's what I used to say. In your 1 year resolution, only you buy a house, build car. I say build car, buy a house, buy car, do this, get pregnant, fly abroad. You are writing like 5 years plan into 1 year. Then when you do not hit your goal, you now start feeling sad that I didn't meet my targets for the year. What exactly is that target? You just go and find picture of slim body, you put slim. What does it mean to you if you are slim? What does it mean to you if you have a car? What, like, that is how to set goal. Maybe in another video we'll talk about setting goals, but stop comparing yourself to other people. Focus on where you are and what you want to achieve in life and move forward with that. If you want to start a business, break it into smaller steps. What will I do today? What will I do tomorrow? Let's get to number 4. Find a support system. Surround yourself with people who will uplift you. If I'm feeling down in this my social media, I know who to call. Oh, I know a friend of mine that I will just say, alright, please come. this is how I feel about it. She will encourage me. She too, she's struggling in her social media because we are both but you see, the thing is that we can be solution to other people. It does not necessarily mean that we have the solution to our own problem. God is everybody's solution, but you can also be a solution to another person. Okay, so don't think that, oh, I don't have anything, I don't have any advice to give anybody, I'm not this. If I need financial help, I know who to call. Oh, I have friends who I can call. I have my husband who I always beg money and never return, but I'm grateful that I have that. Do you get? Because what if I did not have that now? Then the last step would be to take action, because I'm already out of time on this video. Take action no matter how small. One of the best ways to silence shame is by taking action, right? You want to switch career, take an online course, build a new skill. You want to start posting consistently on YouTube. Why don't you just start? For me now, I said I was going to be doing once every week. Some weeks I fail. Yes, granted. But other weeks I stay true to whatever it is that I said I was going to do. And I like it. Okay, I'm going at my pace. Then one day when I see the progress of this, I will go very hard at it because it's little by little. Okay, so we've talked a lot about shame, where it comes from, how it affects you, and most importantly, how to overcome it. The truth is that it is a feeling. It's a feeling, and you can make a decision not to feel that way. Remember, your journey is unique, and it is never too late to start living the life that you want. Success doesn't have an expiration date. Okay? Now, if this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Okay, share your comments, share your experiences, how shame has stopped you from achieving something, or you never let shame stop you from achieving something. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with someone that you think might need to hear this message. And I hope you enjoyed this bit, because I really do. Remember to stay confident, stay glowing, and always know that your beauty and your strength shines from within. Till next time, bye.